Welcome to the 222nd webinar in our Saturday webinar series hosted by Managed Center for Innovation and Agripreneurship. Myself, Dr. Rahalya, working as Managed Fellow, and I'm honored to be with you today. Since October 2020, Managed Center for Innovation and Agripreneurship has been a leading force in agriculture innovation, hosting 221 consecutive weekly webinars that have significantly impacted countless entrepreneurs and helped transform numerous agricultural ventures. Today marks another milestone in this incredible journey as a center of excellence in agribusiness incubation operating under the Nestle Institute of Agriculture Extension Management. Managed Center for Innovation and Agripreneurship has been redefining the landscape of agricultural entrepreneurship. Our center has supported the growth of 940 entrepreneurs, helping to turn their ideas into thriving enterprises. We are particularly proud to have mentored 468 startups across various agriculture sectors, contributing significantly to the transformation of India's agriculture ecosystem. What truly sets Manasia apart is our holistic approach to the entrepreneurship development. We go beyond incubating ideas, we foster real success stories. Our extensive, our extensive support system offers expert guidance and specialized training in crucial areas such as agro-processing, post-harvest technologies, value addition, farm mechanization, animal husbandry, fisheries, dairy, commodity trading, supply chain management, and agri-consultancy. This ensures our entrepreneurs are equipped to face every challenges and seize every opportunities on their journey. At Manasia, we are not just building businesses, but we are building futures. Every entrepreneur who enters our door carries a dream, and it's our privilege to help transform those dreams into reality. Through expert advice and specialized training and state force support, we continue to nurture an ecosystem where agriculture innovation thrives and entrepreneurs flourish. Today's session holds particular significance as we celebrate the incredible contribution of women in the agri-startup ecosystem. We are currently hosting a special series highlighting the inspiring achievements of women entrepreneurs in agri-startup sector. So today we will be focusing on food tech startup. It's my distinct honor to introduce our esteemed speaker for today's session. So they will share their valuable insights on food tech startups and their experiences, which will undoubtedly inspire us all, guiding us towards the new possibilities in the agri-startup ecosystem. So, to introduce our first speaker for today's session, let me call my colleague Josephine to introduce our speaker for today's session.
Thank you, Rahalya. Good morning, speakers and attendees. Our first speaker, Dr. Sheetal Somani, is the co-founder and chief growth officer of S4S Technologies, an innovative food preservative company specializing in patented solar-powered food dehydration technologies with over 7 years of leadership. She have driven market expansion, strategy execution, and international growth. An alumni of IIM Kolkata, Dr. Sheetal is dedicated to sustainable innovation, transforming agriculture through impactful partnerships with USAID, UKID, Gates Foundation, and Government of India. We welcome you, ma'am. Over to you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Sheetal Somani. I'm one of the co-founders at S4S Technologies. S4S stands for Science for Society. We are a startup, and we started directly from the college. And the main vision behind starting our company is to use our technical knowledge for the betterment of the society. The first technology what we developed is a solar conduction dryer, and our business model is we work with the small and marginal farmers where we install the dryers with the farmers. They process the material, they convert the fresh produce into the dehydrated vegetables, and we connect the farmers to the market. So we give the hand holding to the farmers in terms of supply of the raw material, access to technology, access to finance, and access to market. These are the three main things. I would like to explain the business model of S4S and the operating style. So here we call the village level collection centers, what we call is a VLCC. In VLCC, if we choose a single village, we select a village level entrepreneur and the certain crops in which we are working right now. So these village level entrepreneurs, they decide on the daily market basis what is the price of a particular commodity. Like for example, onion if they are buying, or if they are buying tomatoes, according to the market they decide the rate, and the farmers from that village, they get the material to these village level collection centers. From village level collection centers, we get the material to the DCM. So that is a decentralized manufacturing facility. So DCMs are also in the same village, but sometimes the growers and the processors are same. Sometimes These are different. So DCMs are installed with the women self-help groups, where they are equipped with the solar dryers, cutters, and the packing machine, and we give them the training for dehydration of different type of crops. So from the DCM, then for the material, when it is dried, for example, if we buy the fresh onion at the VLCC, we give them to the decentralized manufacturing units. They dry the onion and convert it into the onion flakes. From DCM, we take all the material and we go back to our fulfillment center, which is a centralized facility. And in the centralized facility is completely auditable, having all the kind of certifications in place. There we do the secondary processing like size reduction or metal detection, packaging, grinding. Everything happens in the fulfillment center. And from the fulfillment center, then we supply this material to the food industry. So here is the we call it as a full stack platform, because from the farm gate till the end consumer, we are connecting the different dots. So from village level sourcing to farm gate processing, if we see in India, like the most of the post harvest losses, like 30 to 40% post harvest losses is recorded. So in that also the majority losses happen at the farm gate. That's why we have developed the technology so that the farmers can process the material at the farm gate. Dehydration is known since ages, but what happens in the other traditional or the conventional facilities, they take the raw material to the factory and then the processing happens. So in the transportation also, we are like saving on CO2 and everything, and the value is added at the farm gate. Farmers are processing this. So we are creating the micro entrepreneurs at the farm gate. From this material, for example tomatoes or onion or different kind of products what we are making in the decentralized manufacturing and finally the fulfillment center, we cater to three different type of customers. One is the institutional clients, where they are using these products as an ingredient in their final product. Again, I'll take the example of onion. If I have onion flakes, I have converted the onion flakes into onion powder. Now this onion powder is going into seasoning manufacturing companies. For example, Ching's, it is written there, it is a capital food, so they are making the Ching sauce or certain noodle based seasonings. So we are supplying this onion powder to capital foods, and they are using that product in their final end consumer product. So certain key clients like Marico is there, Capital Foods is there. So these are our clients where we supply the ingredients. Second is the Horeca segment, hotel, restaurant, and caterers, where we are using the same fresh, the same dried onion, the onion flakes, for the replacement of the fresh onion. Because in the catering industry or in the restaurant, they have to make the different kind of gravies every day, and onion is the base of every gravy. So if we look at the pricing for the onion throughout the year, it varies from 5 rupees a kg to 100 rupees a kg, where the restaurants, they have the particular prices for their final recipes or the cuisines what they serve in the restaurant. So here we are replacing the fresh onion with the dry onion without affecting the quality of the product or quality and the taste. Every parameter is maintained. That's why the caterers and the restaurants are using the dehydrated onion. And the third one is like the export market, where we are exporting the same products to the different type of customers. Again, they may be horeca segment or just importers, or they are end users of this product. So this is how the complete end to end or the full stack business model looks like. So these are the certain photos, like how the collection centers or the village level collection center look like. It is not like a very fancy structure. It is like a normal women entrepreneur women. We find out there are certain questionnaires we have made to identify which women can be the micro entrepreneur, or which women can be the women who can work at the village level collection center. From the collection center, can you please go back to the slide of VLCC? So this is a VLCC. So you can see the onion, the farmers, they are getting the onion, and that lady, she weighs the bag and tells the farmer, okay, if you are bringing 200 kg or 500 kg, this is the your per day rate, and within 24 hours the payment is made to the farmer. From this level, the next slide. This is the DCM, the decentralized processing. So the farmers, they like in their farm, it just the small space is required for the dryers. So these are the two types of the dryers which are installed there, and these women farmers, the micro entrepreneurs, they are trained according to food safety norms. So all these products, though these are processed in a decentralized manner, but the quality parameters of these products, like the physical parameter, chemical parameters, and the microbiological parameters, we are taking care of everything, because we have to sell these products to the institutional clients and match their quality requirements. So we have given them the training according to food safety management. And from this level, then primary processing centers, then we take the material to the last stage, that is a factory level, the fulfillment center. Next slide. So this is like a proper factory setup, the fulfillment center of S4S, where we have the Sortex machine, we have having the different conveyor belts, the size reduction we do in the factory. So the final quality of the product is in controlled manner. We are doing that, and from here then we supply the material to the industry, because they have different packaging requirement, different size requirement. As I explained the dehydrated onion, similarly we do tomato also. If we buy the fresh tomato, then convert into to the dehydrated tomatoes, then in the powder, and this dehydrated powder can go into different applications. Till now, like we have worked almost on 45 to 50 different kind of products. So technically, wherever the dehydration or the removal of moisture is required, we can use the dryers. But all the products don't have the market. That's why we have chosen particular products which has a good value addition at the farm gate also, and market demand is also there. So ginger, onion, tomato, these are the major products what we are doing. Even the garlic, chili, turmeric, these are the vegetable sides. And recently we have added the grains, where we are working on the maize, because maize in the form, like while moisture reduction is required when we are using the maize, we are converting the maize into corn grits, and that is also used by the industry for the different applications. So these are the certain product range what we are currently doing. When we talk about the solar dryer, it is a technology which we have the patent, and it is a award winning technology. It works on the solar thermal principle. So if you can see, there is a black little tray which came outside. So for the women farmer, it is very simple to use. They just need to pull the tray outside, or just open the flap of this, and the pulling the tray outside is just like using any kind of drawer of any table. The cutters are given to the women. They just wash the material, cut the material, load the dryer, and keep it there. So the drying cycle for all the product is typically 1 day. Certain products only, like the tomatoes where the moisture content is above 95%, then the drying time varies between 2 to 3 days. But most of the products, they take just 1 day to dry, and sometimes in the summer season we can take the 2 batches also. The design is so lightweight and easy to use, because we know most of the women farmers, they are using the dryer, so we always keep in mind the woman centric design. Right now, if we look at the S4S's journey so far, like we are selling the dryers, installing and selling the material almost for 10 years. So right now we are at the 24 million USD. Our annual revenue is, we are working with 2,500 women entrepreneurs, and the farmer network is approximately 4 lakh 50,000 farmers we are working with. And the customer side, if we look at the different type of Horeca customers or the institutional clients, export clients, we are working approximately 2000 to 2200 clients. Main, when we call it as a climate friendly technology, because we are using the solar power for drying, we are processing at the farm gate, so we are reducing the CO2 emission at the multiple stages. That's how we, when we propose or pitch to our clients for buying our product, we are their scope 3 emission reduction partners, because every food industry, they have certain norms to reduce their emission, where in buying the sustainable product is also one of the norms for the industry, and where we perfectly fit in. So yeah, these are the certain women partners, women micro entrepreneurs from the farm gate. That's it from the S4S side. If you have any question, I'm ready to answer it.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for explaining about your startup and how it is significantly contributing to the food industry. Like you have explained how your startup convert agri produce into food ingredients by using the technology such as solar conduction dryer, and how you are empowering women through village level collection centers and processing centers and fulfillment center and serving the food manufacturing factories and also export market. So thank you so much, ma'am, for the informative presentation. So participants, before going to the second speaker presentation, if you have any questions, you can keep in chat box and also you can raise your hands. So questions will be taken up after the second speaker presentation. So Sheetal ma'am, kindly wait. We will take up the questions after all the presentation. So so to introduce our second speaker, let me call my colleague Sakshi to introduce our second speaker.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. So, Dr. Sharmili Mane, founder and
Sakshi,
CEO
kindly
of
check
Pure.
your video. You are not visible.
Ma'am, now it is okay?
Yeah, now it is fine. You can go ahead. Again, your
Dr.
video is
Sharmili
off.
Mane, founder. Yes, ma'am.
No problem. You can go ahead. Yeah.
Founder and CEO of Pure Milk Organics is a visionary agri-tech entrepreneur with a PhD in chemical engineering from Curtin University, Australia. Renowned for her groundbreaking research in secondary agriculture and sustainable jaggery production, she has received international recognition, including multiple patents and awards. Through Pure Me Organics and the Vaidi Mane Research Center, she empowers farmers with innovative organic solutions, redefining sweetness and fostering sustainable agricultural practices globally. We welcome you, ma'am. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can you please allow me to share my screen? Yeah, I guess I can. So can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am. It is visible.
Hello? Yeah. So good morning, everyone. Thank you for introducing me, and thank you, Manage, for having me as a expert person on this Saturday webinar series where we are celebrating women in agri-food startups. So I would like to introduce myself first. I have completed my PhD in chemical engineering from Australia and master's from UD City, Mumbai. And my startup is focusing on sustainable agriculture, empowering rural farmers and delighting customer. So when I completed my PhD in 2019, I had just come down to my place, I mean my hometown, for vacation, and that time the buzz was going on about the major cottage industry of Kolhapur. So I'm from Kolhapur. So the things were going on like Kolhapur jaggery is the major rural cottage industry. It was ranking first in qualitative terms. It was considered as a jaggery capital of India. It's a GI tag product since 2014. Recently, it is declared as one district, one product, and more than 75,000 farmers and their families were dependent on this jaggery for their livelihood. But in 2018, this jaggery industry was facing some bitter truths. More than 60% production units were shutting down because they did not have improved techniques for jaggery production. Inconsistent quality products and ongoing adulterations were there in jaggery, and that's why farmers were getting inconsistent market rate. So that got me my interest, staying back in India and working on these problems and sharing my knowledge on developing some kind of technology or some kind of packaging system where farmers will get consistent rate for market. So we started giving solutions in terms of improvising and standardizing technology for jaggery production and giving it back to the farmers. So right now we are working with 10 FPOs. So whatever technology and optimization we have developed for jaggery, we are giving it back to the farmers and getting the raw material from the farmers, bringing it back to our factory. Then we are processing it, packaging it, and selling it under Pure Me. So with which farmers are getting, with which people are getting improved quality of jaggery, and also by we are just not sticking ourselves to traditional products. We are bringing innovative line in jaggery products. So the backward and forward survey starts with like when I was working with farmers, we did forward and backward survey. So jaggery is, like everyone knows, like jaggery is much more nutritious than refined sugar. So we were interacting with consumer. So that time was a COVID period where jaggery was again in demand because jaggery has that immune boosting property, immunity boosting property. So when we interacted with consumer, we got to know that even people want to have jaggery in their daily diet because awareness of jaggery is there since traditional ages. Its acceptability in market is there, but what was stopping is availability of jaggery in different forms at affordable cost. So there was the demand of jaggery which the farmers or cottage industry was not able to supply. So we interacted with more than 120 farmers from 10 different villages of Kolhapur district. Then we got to know that product innovation was not there, packaging innovation was not there, process standardization was not there, and production as per FSSI was not there. So there was a supply of traditional normal jaggery which was failing to follow these 4 Ps, and that's why they were not satisfying the consumer. So we decided to work on a startup, Pure Me Organics, where we are co-creating quality, healthy, easily consumable, easily storable jaggery products to excite the consumers. So Pure Me is basically made in India, research brand of jaggery based product. Our mission is to be a multinational brand in jaggery based product line through innovative forms of the purest and most natural products that becomes a part of daily diet of generations to come. And our vision is to achieve our mission through perpetual R&D, ever evolving technology, empowerment of local farmers in order to make jaggery sustainable, easily obtainable, storable, and usable through its smart variants. So like there are multiple brands working in jaggery. So why Pure Me jaggery? Like why we are different from other jaggery brands is we work only with GI tag jaggery. Pure Me is a studied and research brand of jaggery where the uh, I mean the chemical formulation of jaggery is studied and researched. Also, its packaging is studied and researched, as which will be suitable for jaggery. With our packaging and production technology, we are able to achieve extended shelf life of up to 14 months. Assured quality and hygiene is there. Smart packaging technology we are using to excite the consumer, and consumer friendly products. So as of now, we started in 2022, and as of now we have 10 plus products in market, in retail market. This is the picture summarizing our products. So if we like divide our products into different categories, like we have innovation in terms of production technology where powder is extracted from best quality sugarcane through our FPOs. We work with GI tag products, and we have a technology for free flowing powder with extended shelf life. Also we have innovations in terms of smart packaging where where exact amount of usage is possible. You can see here we have made jaggery available in 5 gram sachet, which is restoring its properties inside, so away from moisture. Then the easy to carry 100 gram pack size of jaggery bites, where 3 gram jaggery bites are there in different flavors. And this is like liquid jaggery, which we call kakvi in Maharashtra. It's a very local product, rural product, but we are making it reach overseas through this smart packaging technology, where we have packed this liquid jaggery in twigs form. Then we are also mixing jaggery with different natural products to increase its nutritional value. For example, jaggery is rich source of iron and calcium, so we are combining it with peanuts, which is rich source of proteins, so as people can have this traditional combination of jaggery and peanuts for modern breakfast. It's a quick and healthy breakfast spread which is rich in protein, iron, and calcium. And we are not restricting ourselves to sugarcane jaggery. We are also working farmers across the state, where we are extracting jaggery from different sources. For example, coconut jaggery powder also we are working. These are our upcoming range of products. We have in next 6 months we are planning to have these products in market. This is our current status and milestone. We have up and running processing and packaging plants. Then our monthly capacity as of now is 35 tons per month. Social media marketing is there, e-commerce is there. Horeca segment we are in a process to tap. We are incubated at Manes CI cohort 4 and cohort 9. Also incubated at IIM Bangalore. Then like when I say I'm working with farmers, it's not only I'm giving my experience, I'm sharing my experience with the farmers. I'm also like trying to make reach the schemes which are developed by Agriculture Development Board to farmers by working as executive secretary to the chairman on District Agriculture Development Committee. So 50 farmers in collaboration, and we are increasing this number in this year. Then Pure Me products are present in 15 cities. We have reached almost 350 plus retail outlets and 5,000 plus customers are there. Also, we have presence in modern trades. And yeah, so this is our business model. These are field trials and product tasting. So we participate in different exhibitions, and whenever product is reached to the customer, we take survey to understand like if people, I mean our customers, target customers are liking our products or not. So this is the Google survey. This is our revenue model. Uh, yeah, and Pure Me is basically working in a sustainable business model where there is a research center, which is a non-profit organization, Pure Me. These two organizations are working in hand. I'm the common link between them. So there's a group of farmers associated with this research center. So whatever trainings, workshops we arrange it through research center, and then the quality product is resourced from these farmers, and raw material is then brought to the Pure Me facility where value addition to the raw material happens. Then we are using our packaging technology to produce our products in like variety of range of products. Then it is gone for sales and distribution. So we call our business model as a sustainable because we are empowering farmers not only in technical terms through research center, but also in financial terms, because we are sharing percentage of our net profit with the associated farmers. So if I elaborate on farmers benefit, there is technical empowerment is there. We are arranging trainings and workshops for sugarcane farmers, and in last 2-3 months we are like given workshops to other agriculture farmers also. I mean farmers who produce other crops than sugarcane. Then we are helping them with license and government scheme. For example, if they have smaller agri units, we are helping them with getting funds for their renovation of the facility. We are helping them getting FSSI, then some MSME grants, also technical guidance. For example, if someone is approaching us for like innovation in products, jaggery products, or to have market access and branding, we are giving guidance regarding that. And financial empowerment, in case like, to sum up, like we are giving almost extra total benefit along with the MRP of the product, like rupees 5 lakh per year to the farmer. So along with the retail and modern trade, we are also present in gifting segment where we are doing corporate festival gifting and customized gifts also. So this is summary of our brand. Our startup has a sustainable impact where we are working on sustainable cash crop for dryland farmers empowerment. It has economic impact where we are working with a low investment cash crop in less time. Health impact because we are giving healthy sweetener with essential nutrients. And environmental impact because with our technology we are working towards reduction in carbon and water footprints. So these are some awards and recognition. This is a woman founded startup. It's a mother daughter startup where more than 50% employee are women. And we are creating a livelihood for rural women because I belong to a rural place in Kolhapur. And so all my more than 50% of my employee are women who are working in fields. Now they are my assistants in packaging, assistant in quality development, product development. And through our research center, we are also giving more emphasis on participation of women in agriculture. So this is our team. We are supported by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Food Processing, Startup India, MSME, Maharashtra State Innovation Society, and we are incubated at Manage. So we approached Manage initially with the idea in mind that I want to do like this. And I was a participant of cohort 4. They supported me in developing my idea and having a prototype of my idea. And then like when I worked for 1 year, I generated revenue again. I got funds for expansion and like reaching more farmers through Manage. So yeah, so development of my startup is just only because of Manage, I would say, because the early stage, it's very difficult for early stage startups to gain fundings for developing your ideas. And Manage trusted Pure Me. They believe that that farmers will get benefit through this idea, and then they support it. So yeah, these are some testimonials. So this is what about Pure Me. So if any questions are there, we can go for it. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for taking us to the journey of Pure Me Organic Private Limited and how you are empowering the farmers and especially the women by making the jaggery available at the different forms at affordable cost. And you also discussed about what are the products available in your market and how you are contributing to the food tech industry, and especially how you are scaling up this business, and you are also empowering the farmers technically and financially by conducting various trainings and workshops. Thank you so much, ma'am. And it's also honor to know
Thank
that you
you.
are the incubator of Manage. Thank you so much for the wonderful presentation. So I
Thank you.
think, yeah, thank you so much. So Josephine, may I know that third speaker joined?
No, Rahalya.
So I think her phone is also not reachable. So unfortunately, so meanwhile, can we proceed with the questions, ma'am? Is that fine, Sheetal ma'am and Shamila ma'am?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So participants, if you have any questions, you can keep in chat box and also you can raise your hand. I'm so sorry, third speaker unable to join, but meanwhile, if she join, we'll take up the session. So there is a question to Sheetal ma'am. Someone is asking, we also want buy dried for tomato for spraying drying in Karnataka. Could you suggest us which is the best company to associate for 2 tons per day vegetable drying?
No, actually, I don't understand the question.
Yeah, so even I didn't understand the aqua bio. Aqua bio, you want to ask question to Sheetal ma'am? We are going to unmute you. You can ask, you can speak with the speakers directly. Okay, meanwhile, I'll take up the one more question. So, Josephine, kindly help me in unmuting whoever wants to speak. And there's a question from Sharad. So, he's asking, very good morning, ma'am. I'm a final year agriculture student. So, if I want to purchase a dryer and make my own value added products like you said, onion powder and other vegetables, which firm should I approach to sell my product as an individual, and where can I buy the solar dryer?
Okay, so here you can contact our team at S4S if you want to buy the dryer. But actually, we sell the dryers only to the farmers and the FPOs where they use themselves. But definitely, you can write to us. And in terms of the market for the dehydrated onion or the garlic powder or the ginger powder, definitely the local restaurant and the caterers you can definitely approach to them. And second thing, the local blended masala making companies, the spice manufacturer, because whatever the masala or the spice blends we have in the market, they use the garlic powder, ginger powder, or onion powder in this end products.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Sharath, I think you got the
Uh,
answer.
can I speak? May I
Yes.
speak? Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Thanks for
speak.
unmuting
Can
me.
you increase your volume? Kindly speak little bit louder.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yeah,
Yes,
you are
you're
audible.
audible.
Yeah. Hi. I was asking which is the best company to go for drying of fish and also tomato, because we have at least 2 tons per day requirement to supply to one of the company. So I just came back from Vietnam. I used to work there. I had a solid facility there, but now we want to do a product here. So
Okay.
yeah.
So, see, first thing, you cannot use the same dryer for fish and the tomato because, according to the food safety thing, you cannot dry the fish and the vegetable, the veg and the non-veg thing in the same machine. Though technically it is possible to dry. Second thing is, you can use the solar dryer for drying of the tomatoes and the fish also.
We have contacted a Pune-based company called Drybox. Are you aware of them? I mean, or any other better company to associate
You
for?
can
Yeah,
write it. Yeah, definitely. You can write a mail to us about your product and the range. Then our technical team can guide you.
certainly. May I have your email ID
Email
or
ID,
contact
yes,
number?
yes.
Yes, we have shared the speaker details in chat box, so you can get from there.
Certainly, appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. So, Sharmila ma'am, Sharath, he's asking if I want to make organic soaps, lip balms, and health mix, can I approach Pure Me Organics? Sharmila ma'am,
Sure.
Shamili ma'am, are you there? I don't know what happened to her. I think Shamili ma'am. Shamili ma'am, am I audible? Okay, let me take one more question. I think there is some problem with Shamili ma'am. So there is a question from Akash Tiwari. What are the main components required for starting the food processing industry? I am from Uttar Pradesh and it is famous for onla, mango and guava, and the secondary product market for these fruits are very high as in the form of jelly, candies, jam, pickles and powder. So what are market valuation for these products in both national and international markets? Did we expand into the other subsidiaries of food manufacturing with some other fruits and vegetables as well while contacting with farmers? I think yeah, both speaker
So
can take up this question.
actually, in terms of like fruits and vegetable processing, the state level and the government level, there are central level, there are different schemes, and which support the small and micro food processing units. So you can check with the state government website also. And second, you can check the different schemes at the MoA&FW, where you can explore different subsidies and the schemes available. The second part of the question is the value addition, what I understand. So depending upon the market and the type of product you are making, you will get the value added products margins. So it totally depends upon the clients also and what kind of actual product you are making.
Yeah, thank you. Shamili ma'am, you want to supplement anything with this?
Yeah, I agree with Sheetal. So first, like the question is, what kind of if I am understanding it correctly, what kind of documents required to have a startup in food industry? So it's like first you need to have some idea into your mind, then the name for your company, then you need to think like if you want to register as LLP or private limited, then you need to have the company registration. Then you need to go for FSSI, which is very important working in food industry. And if your idea is innovative, you can go for startup india certifications, then you become eligible for the schemes which are brought by startup india, like in different fields. So you can go and check, like again, like as Sheetal said, along with Ministry of Food Processing, you can go for Ministry of Agriculture also website, and Startup India. So there are a lot of schemes available. Also, you will get that entire guidance, like what value addition you can go for. If you have chosen the product like on your own, then what kind of value addition you can go for. So that's the thing. And then again, if you want to increase the status of your facility, then you can go for ISO certifications, then some hazard rules you can follow as per global food safety standards, and get those certifications if you are approaching for exporting your products. Yeah, so that's all.
Ah, that's great. So there is a question from Sharath. He is asking Shamili ma'am, if I want to make organic soaps, lip balm and health mix, can I approach Pure Me Organics?
Yeah, I mean, you can approach Pure Me Organics, where I can give some information and share my experience on having it in organic way. But we don't manufacture like all the organic products. We are just focusing on manufacturing of jaggery. So yeah, I can guide. I mean, as per my knowledge, I can guide, like going for organic manufacturing.
Yeah, thank you ma'am. And Basaya is asking, is Jaggery is the Pure Me Organic certified?
So we are working with two different types of FPOs. One where the natural jaggery is being produced. I mean, they are producing jaggery in natural ways, and other group where jaggery is produced only in organic way. Definitely, organic supply is not that consistent, and also the market for natural and organic jaggery. These are two different markets. So we have both kind of jaggery. I mean, natural jaggery also and organic jaggery also. So the jaggery which is organic, we are selling it with the certification, that NPOP certification, and the jaggery which is not organic, we are just not giving any fake promises that this jaggery is organic.
Yeah, thank you,
Yeah.
ma'am. So Himabindu is asking, ma'am, are solar dryer available on subsidy from government?
Actually,
Chetan.
it is not direct subsidy for the solar dryer from the government, because and the solar subsidies, sometimes they keep the solar subsidies on the solar water heaters and the solar panels, the PV based panels. But right now there is no direct subsidy as on the solar dryers, what I know, and they keep on changing the schemes. But if you go for the food processing one, then there can be like the different subsidies available. And still you can check with the state government because every state has like different norms.
Yes, yes, ma'am. And Santosh Kumar is asking, my question is to Sheetal ma'am. I'm from UP. The main concern of dehydrated product selling. Is
Yeah,
that
so if
question
you are
still? Yes,
having
yes, ma'am.
the good volumes for a particular product, we cannot go and dry any available product. Like in the initial days, some farmers were drying, for example, okra. Some farmers were drying brinjal. Then it is very difficult to sell the brinjal and the okra in the market. So whenever we want to sell something, we need to see what is the demand, for which product the demand is there, and where the pull is. Accordingly we need to start processing. So definitely in last 10 years we understood there is a good demand for dehydrated onion, ginger, garlic, for these products, and the tomatoes. These are the four main things where the demand is there. In the spices, definitely all spices are consumed in the dried form. We never used to have the raw turmeric or raw red chili. So there also, in turmeric also there is a possibility of value addition, in chili also there is a possibility of value addition. So I see there is a market for these products, and you can get the data online available, like how much is the market size for all the products.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. Sharath, actually, Shamila ma'am already answered your question. Then one more question from Gravy Stories. So he's asking, please let me know the difference between the electric and solar dryer.
Definitely, the difference is the cost, operating cost, because in the electric dryers, there is a continuous cost for the electricity or the power what we are using for drying. And in the solar dryer, there is no operating cost. That is the main difference. Quality wise, the products are same, I can say. Sometimes the solar dried products are better in quality because in the solar dryers we don't go like the temperature beyond 60 degree, and if we want to retain most of the nutrition intact in the product, like the vitamins or the nutrients, proteins, everything, we should dry the product below 60 degree. So there I definitely I'll suggest solar dryers. But
Yeah.
the cooked
Thank you, ma'am.
products, if you want to dry cooked product, like certain ready to eat gravies are coming in the market where you just add the water and then the product is ready, that time you can go for the electric dryers.
Yes, that's great. So, participants, if you have any doubts, you can also talk with the speaker directly. Otherwise, you can mention that you want to speak with the speakers in chat box, or also you can raise your hand. So, we are going to unmute you. So, meanwhile, I think someone, Shravan Kumar, want to speak with the Shamili ma'am, I think. Josephine, can you able to check Shravan Kumar? So, anyone from my team, kindly unmute Shravan Kumar so that he will ask the question. Shravan Kumar, are you there? We unmuted you.
Good morning, ma'am. My voice is audible.
You're audible. You can go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, ma'am. Good morning to all, ma'am. So first of all, thanks to manage for organizing this wonderful session, ma'am.
Shravan Kumar, there is a complete disturbance from your side. Kindly come to one place and speak.
Ma'am, good morning, ma'am. Now it is
Yeah,
audible.
it is audible, but I think your surroundings are something not fine. Yep. Now
Okay.
go ahead.
My question is that, ma'am, Shamli, ma'am, you are
Yes,
purchasing
sir.
ma'am, you have your own farm. Yeah, you are purchasing sugarcane from the farmers.
We are purchasing it from farmers. So, like there are FPOs who have their own land of sugarcane. So we are just connected with the FPOs and we are purchasing that sugarcane. Then jaggery production is happening at the farm gates where there are small jaggery units, and then it is brought for value addition and processing to pure me organics.
Yeah. Thank you, Shravan Kumar. Thank you. I hope you got the answer. So, Indulkar Shailu is asking, what is the shelf life of dried product?
The shelf life of dried product is 1 year. There is no problem. And certain products, if we keep in the cold storage, it can be increased to 2 years.
Yes. Okay, and Himabindu is asking, Shamili ma'am, we are FPO from Vizag, Andhra Pradesh, Ankapalle, a town next to Vizag is also very famous for jaggery. We tried making liquid jaggery and sell at our FPO outlets, but when we pack liquid jaggery in plastic bottles, it's fermenting in the bottles and bubbling and bursting. Any suggestions how to control fermenting liquid jaggery in bottles while placed in retail store I sell?
Yeah, so liquid jaggery is very tricky because as of now, FSSI has also not set any guidelines for liquid jaggery. I mean, there are guidelines for solid jaggery, powdered jaggery, but liquid jaggery, FSSI has not yet come up with any specifications. So the striking temperature when we stop the heating of sugarcane juice and convert into liquid jaggery, that plays very important role in forming, I mean, in manufacturing of liquid jaggery. Also, when you're bottling liquid jaggery, it needs to be filled at very moderate temperature, like in between 40 to 50 degrees Celsius. If it is lesser than that, or if it's higher than that, then it might get solidified, and if it is lesser than that, then it might get fermented easily. The third thing is you need to add some preservatives, like which are allowed by FSSI. So a few percentage of that additives and preservatives in before adding it to plastic bottles. And I would prefer not to go for plastic bottles because the storage is not that good in plastic as compared to glass bottles. So you can go for either thicker plastic, which is more than 40 in thickness, or you can go for glass bottles. So the normal liquid jaggery bottles which you see in the market, like the vertical bottles, those are not good for storing liquid jaggery. So in earlier days, people used to store in you can say clay pots or in glass bottles. So if you I mean work on these conditions, then you might get the solution, I guess.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Himabindu, hope you got the answer. So, Dr. Priyanka Sinha is asking, ma'am, can you provide market for the cordyceps species in lab standard condition India? And this will be beneficial or not? As I am novel in this field but doctorate in microbiology, what support and subsidiary I can receive from government for cordyceps as well as saffron? So, you got the question, ma'am? Mm, I think. Yeah, Shamili ma'am, you got this question. Even I'm not sure about this. Dr. Priyanka, if you want to talk with the speaker, we are going to unmute you because your question is not clear and we are also unable to get you. And then Chirag is asking, can plastic degrading worms may be converted to entrepreneurship?
Sorry.
I think this question is irrelevant to this topic. Yeah. I'll take one more question from Danda. So he's asking, can I get the details of sugarcane powder making?
So yeah, jaggery powder making. You mean to say the technology or the process? So if it's technology, you can directly contact me. I mean, my details are given here. And the process, it's a very traditional process which farmers are following since traditional ages. We have just optimized the process and use some different kind of dryers for drying that jaggery powder. So that's the only difference. So optimization and drying, that plays important role in having jaggery powder, which has shelf life more than 14 months.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Jayashree, how to identify adulteration in jaggery as we are using jaggery for Nutribar manufacturing. We are at early stage of our idea.
Yeah, so adulteration in any food product these days is getting very tricky. So FSSI, that is Food Safety Authorization, has set up some values or some limits. Like in case of jaggery, there is a list of 7 to 8 parameters, and they give the limit. Like this product, I mean, the chemical or the additive should not exceed that limit. So you need to check that list. It's available online. There are 7 parameters, and you can add like 2 to 3 parameters on your own, which we generally do, like taste for added color, taste for added sugar. And then if that parameter does not exceed the values given by FSSI, you are ready to use that powder. But there is a myth in jaggery. People claim if the jaggery is dark in color, it's organic. That's a misconception. I mean, sugarcane varieties vary from place to place. So that color in jaggery does not indicate it's if it's organic or not. So if someone is claiming it's organic jaggery, you need to go for organic certifications. Then next, like what kind of metal residues are there, aflatoxins are there, then other pesticides are there which are added while growing the sugarcane. So that's organic thing is again different concept. But for normal jaggery, you can go for these FSSI parameters, 7 to 8 parameters. You can check those parameters every time, batch to batch. So we'll find out adulteration in jaggery.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Jayashree, I hope you got the answer. And Santosh Kumar, you are keep asking the question, but I'm not getting your question. Do you want to talk with the speaker? We are going to unmute Josephine or my team. Kindly help me in unmuting Santosh Kumar. So let him ask the question. Meanwhile, I'll take up one more question. There is a question from Kailash. So he's asking, is it possible to make grapes drying, and is there any challenges in solar drying?
Technically, drying of grapes to convert it into raisins is possible with the solar dryers. The issue is with the volumes, because when we like convert the grapes into the raisins, the volumes are really huge. And the grapes usually in the traditional process I have seen, they like just hang the whole bunch of grapes, and then the traditional slow drying happens. There is no requirement of the extra temperature for that. The spatial kind of design will be required to dry the grapes. And right now, the dryer what we are having is not designed for grapes. But yes, I know there is a huge scope for grapes drying with the solar dryers.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. So Santosh Kumar, are you there? Josephine, yeah. If he wants to speak, Santosh Kumar, you want to speak with the speakers? Yeah, yeah, you can go ahead. Santosh Kumar, are you there? Okay, I'll take up one more question. So Abu Dakar is asking, are you doing any palm jaggery also, Shamilima?
No, sir. As of now, we are doing coconut jaggery and sugarcane jaggery, but we also want to have palm jaggery in our list. So yeah, we will proceed for that. Also, sorghum jaggery is upcoming jaggery in market, so that also we are planning to work on.
Yes, yes. And then Gravy Storage is asking, if we dry crane juice, will it give jaggery powder? Is it possible? If yes, what is the shelf life without adding any preservatives?
So again, from sugarcane to make jaggery, it's an entire process. It's not just drying of sugarcane. You need to concentrate it, boil it, then solidify it, and then make it into powder by adding into to dryer. Preservatives, as of now, we are not adding any preservatives in jaggery powder and solid jaggery. We just add preservatives in liquid jaggery. So if you're following like the optimized process and standard drying technology, then you can achieve like a shelf life of more than 9 months to 10 months. Drying has to be very important. I mean, it has to be very specific in case of drying any agriculture product. So the storage of any agriculture product shelf life depends on the drying technology which you are using and the pre-processing steps if you are using it with optimized technology.
Yeah. And the same question from the same participant is asking, sorghum jaggery is also available. Sorghum jaggery.
Yeah, it's a research product with some agriculture foundation. So people say it's a next generation jaggery product when there will be water scarcity and sugarcane will not be there. So we have to shift from sugarcane to sorghum. So that product is still under research, and we are planning to work on sorghum jaggery as well. So that research is going on in Nimkar Agriculture Research Institute. That's a NARI institute in Fulton. So yeah, that's an upcoming product, new generation product, you can say, of jaggery.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Santosh Kumar, we have unmuted you. You can go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
Kindly
My
speak
question,
louder, bit louder.
yes, ma'am. My question is that we have a lot of production of vegetables here, like coriander, tomato, spinach, vegetables are there. This season, these vegetables are very cheap in market. That's why we want to dehydrate these things. So we require a market of these dehydrated things. That way, that I asked before. It is very important. And this cauliflower, guavas, no, sorry, cauliflower, cabbage. These vegetables are very huge in production in my area. And we have established IR-based dryers also. But it is the most problem for me. I am a FPO and I have approx 1,000 farmers, shareholder farmers. So it is the most problem to me. How can I sell the products? It is very low market in India.
So actually, your concern is right. That concern in the winter season is there with the leafy vegetables and all other vegetables also, because it is a bumper crop season. But if we again look at the market side, there is a demand for different kind of vegetables. For example, there can be a demand for dehydrated tomato. There is a demand for dehydrated coriander. But after drying and keeping the coriander or spinach for the long term, there is a oxidation happen with these products, and then there is a rancidity. It turns bitter in taste. And cabbage and the cauliflower, these two products are there, but there is no market for this dehydrated form.
Yes. Santosh Kumar, you got the answer right? So, Dr. Priyanka Sinha, do you want to ask question to ma'am speakers? Because your question is not clear. If you want to talk with the speaker, we are going to unmute you. You can talk directly. If you are ready to speak, kindly raise your hand. We are going to unmute you. Oh,
Hi, good morning, ma'am. This side,
yeah.
Dr. Priyanka Sinha. Actually, I am very novel in business now, but I am going to start up my business in this year, from this year, right? So I am going to plan to cultivate cordyceps fungus as well as saffron in lab condition. Can you provide some details regarding that? Is this beneficial for new startups like me, and what subsidies government are providing for the saffron as well as cordyceps productions?
For the cordyceps, I don't know, but for the saffron, you can check the data and the support from the Spice Board website, because Spices Board of India, they have the different subsidies and the scheme, spice-based schemes also. So on their website, you can check the data for saffron.
Okay, okay. And there is no any details regarding cordyceps. Actually, this is also called Kira Zari. These are immuno
So
booster.
for that
Yeah.
that product, you can check with the extraction companies, the oleoresins and the essential oils, and these extract companies are there. South based many companies are there in Kerala.
Yeah, yeah.
Food.
In Dwarka, there are also one company name Orange Herb. They are doing same work on cordyceps. That's why I am asking: is there good market in India right now or not?
Frankly speaking, I don't have any knowledge about this particular product.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you,
Thank you, ma'am.
Priyanka.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes. I'll take one last question. So, non-veg product shelf life precautions to be taken for quality.
Sorry,
Sorry.
what's the question
In
again?
yeah, Shailu, yeah, do you want to talk with the speaker? Your question is also we are not able to get you. Indulkar Shailu. So my team, please help me in unmuting Indulkar Shailu so we can take up. Yeah, please unmute Shailu. So we'll take up one last question and we are going to conclude this. Indulkar Shailu. Yeah. Can you able to speak? Shailu, Indulkar Shailu. Josephine, we have unmuted her, right?
Yes, Rahalya.
Yeah, Induka Sharyu, you can go ahead. Kindly speak.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
you can.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Very nice webinar. I'm grateful for conducting webinar on this topic. Ma'am, regarding non-veg products like fish or mutton or chicken, which sometimes available in bumper. So if we want to dry them, how to be prepared for drying them? What is the precautions to be taken for drying and keeping it in good quality? Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So here there is a good market for the dehydrated fish. The different kind of fishes are dried and consumed worldwide. Uh, the second thing is again the design for fish dryer should be different because the volumes when the fish comes it is in the tons, 50 tons or 100 tons per day. And if we go for the solar drying requires the horizontal space. So for drying of 50 tons of fish per day, we need the huge space for drying and the huge infrastructure also. For chicken, there is a. I have seen certain products in the international market as even in India also there are certain soups, the chicken-based soup. So in that they use the dehydrated chicken pieces or the small shreds of the chicken in the dry form, but that market is not very big in India. Internationally, you have to check the market. And right now, as far as we are not working in any kind of meat.
Yeah, thank you, madam.
Thank you, Shailu. Thank you so much. So it's 12 o'clock. So thank you, participants, for your questions. So I hope I have covered all the questions without any like delay. So still, if you have any questions, no problem. You can contact the speaker. That is, speaker details are shared in the chat box. And I have seen few people still asking questions. So you can contact the speakers. The mail and contact details are shared in the chat box. And also, if you miss something interesting regarding the today's webinar and to rewatch this webinar, the YouTube link for the watching the webinar is given in chat box. To receive interesting updates and programs conducted by Manis, stay tuned to our social media handles and do not forget to follow us on social media. Along with this, as we are celebrating 5 years of online excellence of Saturday webinar, we have published Manage Extension Next Good Practice Bulletin on Agri-Startup Ecosystem webinar for multi-stakeholders. The link to download the bulletin is shared in the chat box. So before concluding the section, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Sharmila ma'am and also Sheetal ma'am for sharing your valuable insights on FoodTech startups and for patiently answering all the questions. And thank you, participants, for your active engagement and thought-provoking questions. And I would like to thank my director, Dr. Saravanan Raj sir, and whose ideas and unwavering support have made this 222 webinars journey possible, and also my team for hosting this webinar successfully. Do not forget to give the feedback of this webinar. The link is shared in the chat box, and also do not forget to register for upcoming webinar. So see you next week with one more topic. Thank you all. Thank you, speakers. Thank you, Sharmila ma'am and
Thank you
Sheetal
so
ma'am.
much. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. It's nice to have you here.
Thank you, Dr.
Yeah,
Sarmila. It is
thank
nice
you.
to meet you, both of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.